Hello, everybody. Just want to channel this quick message, and I know I say that every time, and it ends up being more than I want to, but what can you expect when there is always so much to say about everything, especially when we relate all the things to astrology? But in this particular transmission, I want to speak about a few things here, being that Venus is already in shadow, slowing down and getting ready to retrograde. Venus will be retrograding on July 22nd, just moments after the sun moves out of 29 degree Cancer and into 0 degrees Leo. Moments after the sun moves into Leo, boom, Venus retrogrades. And Venus just so happens to retrograde in Leo during a grand cardinal cross, okay? The grand cardinal cross is formed by the sun being at 29 degrees Cancer for a period of 24 hours. And then opposite that, Pluto in Capricorn at 29 degrees. And then the North Node will be in Aries at 29 degrees. And the South Node will be in Libra at 29 degrees. Okay. The ruling planet of Libra is Venus. The ruling planet of Aries is Mars. And Mars is now officially in Virgo. And the ruling planet of of Cancer is the Moon. And the ruling planet of Capricorn is Saturn. I'm just jotting these things out for you, okay? So this grand cardinal cross is huge. It's huge. Even though it's going to only officially last for, 2.5, 3 days with the sun in orbit to the grand cardinal cross, the Pluto T-square to the North Node Aries and South Node Libra is going to be lasting for months because Pluto is in retrograde right now. And Pluto is going to move in reverse motion with the nodes, staying in orbit of the T-square all the way until October. And it's not going to be towards the end of October going into November when Pluto is direct moving forward in Capricorn, where the intensity of the T-square to the node starts to back off, starts to ease off. Now, I've said in many videos and other written posts how intense a Pluto T-square to the nodes is in transit. I was born with Pluto T-squaring my nodes, so I understand the intensity of this energy. We're dealing with the planet of death and destruction, with the objective for transformation, to evolve and rebirth into a more pure and aligned version of self. And when I say pure, I don't mean like a good, holy, angelic person, because there's pure bad and there's pure good. We're talking about the purity of energy, like pure cocaine, right? There's no additives. There's no other things in there that take away from the purity of the substance. So we're talking about the purity of vibration. Pluto has been transiting Capricorn since 2008. This has been a 14-year-long transit of Pluto in Capricorn. And so for Pluto, the planet of death and destruction and transformation, to square the north and south nodes, this is the planet of destruction and transformation, and also the highest levels of spiritual attainment, of spiritual wisdom, and occult hidden, secret knowledge that gives you the insight of the mechanisms of how quantum energy works. It's a profound fucking energy. Pluto and Scorpionic energy is a profound, intense energy. So for this planet to be squaring the North Node, which is destiny, which is the future, which is the direction that the soul, that the consciousness is seeking to evolve towards, and squaring the South Node, which is the past, the accumulation of karma. Pluto is intersecting this line of the North and South Node to bring a destruction, a massive destruction of old karmic cycles. So we may collectively move higher in our individual, what's the word? Revolution, sovereignty, being more free, breaking away from the clutches of the dream spell. This is going to change the course of everything this year. And so this Venus retrograde, this Venus retrograde is going to be until September. So for this whole period of the Pluto T square to the nodes that is going to last for months, Venus will be retrograde. And what is Venus? Venus is values, money, sex, food, things that appreciate value, beauty, relationships, partnerships, money. And Venus rules Libra, and that's where the South Node is. And Pluto is squaring the South Node. And Pluto will be squaring the North Node. So for Pluto being in Capricorn for 14 years. Now, shout out to Molly McCord, because she pointed out something that I didn't think of. And something that Molly McCord said was that this whole 14-year transit of Pluto and Capricorn, we've experienced Saturn through Virgo all the way to Pisces. And that's where Saturn is right now, in Pisces. So much to dissect in there, because the ruling planet of Capricorn is Saturn, and where is Pluto? In Capricorn. So this relation with Pluto and Capricorn and Saturn progressing through Virgo all the way to Pisces right now, this is so motherfucking profound. Oh, I wish I could just show you how profound this is. So basically, what I'm getting at, long story short, family, with the Venus retrograde here, the fact that Venus is retrograding moments after the climax of the Grand Cardinal Cross and the beginning of Leo season, this whole thing is like, how do I say? Basically, this whole thing is pushing the collective to really witness within themselves how their interactions and their partnerships with the world is. Because if you are in relations with anybody, not just romantic, but partnerships, business partnership, your friends, your best friends, things like that, this whole next couple of months is about realizing where partnerships are just not real. they're just full of shit. It's just all operating on a much, much lower vibration. And this Venus retrograde in Leo and the Pluto T-squaring in the nodes, this is about fucking breaking free from impure vibrations that you are in relations with to other people and hinder your expression and freedom of self. So this is really big because everyone out there has got, bad relationships with money, bad relationships with partnerships and things like that. So again, it goes a lot more deeper than that. And I'm going to follow up with this information in another video and in another post. But it's late hours here. And it's been a long day. Went on a beautiful hike with my woman, and I'm getting ready to go to bed. But I just wanted to get this much out there right now so I can follow up with it to you all later. And again, please reach out to me if any of you would like to book a reading to dive in deeper in seeing where these transits are happening in your chart, so we can paint the picture as to what this whole 14-year cycle has been pushing you to evolve towards. I'll give you a little bit of example for myself. Okay. This 14-year Pluto and Capricorn transit has been happening in my third house. So my mind, the way I communicate, the authority that I have over my speech, my thoughts, my mind, and the way that I learn and pick up information has been going through a radical transformation over the last 14 years, where I can't speak and communicate things unless they are of a very true and real vibration for me. And I can't entertain any bullshit information. Now, the North Node in Aries is going to be transiting through my 6th house, which means that my focal point right now that's going to help me in all the other areas of my life are creating a solid day-to-day routine and structure of my health and of my work life. Being clean and organized and focused in that area is going to maintain and help the whole rest of my chart, the whole rest of my life. And now what's karmically ending with the South Node in Libra, that falls into my 12th house, which means I'm being illuminated and being shown a deeper understanding of all of my past sabotaging behaviors and unconscious behaviors, and removing them out of my life and evolving, elevating to a higher level, connecting with my subconscious, because the 12th house is the subconscious. And with the Cancer in my 9th house, I am evolving to a much higher level of wisdom and knowledge and being able to teach opposite that and speak that. And with the Venus in retrograding in Aries, it's showtime. It's prime time. I'm building a career right here. I do this shit for you guys, and also because I love it, and it's been a passion and a hobby of mine for going on 17 years. 17 years. And within that 17 years, I've been hit by cars 3 times, had a stroke, and survived 2 brain tumors. And I'm here. So again, if you want to know how this is happening in your chart, please reach out and book a reading. You can find me at starseedsalsa.com, or you can email me at starseedsalsa@gmail.com. Love and light, death and darkness.